Donald Trump himself once said pleading the Fifth makes you look guilty as hell. But is that really true? A former prosecutor answers the question.
If you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment?
In a 4-hour deposition with the New York Attorney General's office on August 10, 2022, former President Donald Trump repeatedly pleaded the Fifth, referring to the Fifth Amendment in the U.S. Constitution. The legal inquiry was related to an investigation of the Trump Organization's financial and tax dealings, according to CNN. The Fifth Amendment offers several protections, such as the right to a grand jury and protection against self-incrimination. It also protects the accused against being charged twice with the same crime. Though Trump was well within his rights to plead the Fifth, what might the move mean going forward in the New York State Attorney General's case? And what could the decision signal about whether Trump carries any guilt? Speaking exclusively with Grunge, Joshua Ritter, a former Los Angeles County prosecutor and now defense attorney with the law office Worksman, Jackson & Quinn, says though it's tempting to assume that when someone chooses to plead the Fifth, it's an indication of guilt, but that's not always the case.
Upon the advice of counsel, I must respectfully decline to answer your question based on my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution.
Ritter explains that when someone chooses to plead the Fifth, their testimony could implicate them in a crime even if they had nothing to do with it. He notes, given Trump's current situation, which includes both an ongoing criminal investigation, which led to the FBI document seizure at Mar-a-Lago, as well as the New York Attorney General's civil investigation into his business practices, it's not at all surprising that his attorneys at this stage are telling him not to testify to anything. The Fifth Amendment's protections are somewhat limited, though. Ritter made clear, you can't take the Fifth forever. Opposing counsel can challenge and ask a judge to review the validity of your refusal to testify on Fifth Amendment grounds. If a judge then determines that someone pleading the Fifth is valid and that the testimony could criminally implicate someone, strongly implying criminal wrongdoing, Ritter adds.
Are you sure that's what you want to do? You're pleading the Fifth?
Trump's refusal to answer questions also in no way holds up the Attorney General's office's ongoing criminal investigation. Ritter explains, it can go on with or without his cooperation. Naturally, the former president didn't take kindly to being questioned by lawyers from the New York Attorney General's office. Early Wednesday morning, the former president posted on his social media platform, Truth Social, that he would be seeing New York Attorney General Letitia James tomorrow for a continuation of the greatest witch hunt in U.S. history. My great company and myself are being attacked from all sides. Banana Republic. Trump reacted similarly to the recent FBI's August 8th search of his Mar-a-Lago property, saying in a statement that things like the search only happened in third-world countries, and adding, after working and cooperating with the relevant government agencies, this unannounced raid on my home was not necessary or appropriate. They even broke into my safe. During his Wednesday deposition, Trump was encircled by no less than 10 assistant attorneys general, each taking notes while another assistant AG asked questions. He reportedly repeated, same answer, to invoke the Fifth Amendment. Regarding taking the Fifth, Trump said in his statement, when your family, your company, and all the people in your orbit have become the targets of an unfounded, politically motivated witch hunt supported by lawyers, prosecutors, and the fake news media, you have no choice. Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump Jr. were deposed by the New York Attorney General's office as well. As CNN notes, Ivanka's deposition took place on August 3rd and Donald Jr.'s on July 28th. They were supposed to give their depositions earlier, but the death of their mother, Ivana Trump, postponed the proceedings. Not much is known about Ivanka's deposition, only that it was kept hush-hush and behind closed doors. Donald Jr., it seems, didn't take the Fifth Amendment like his dad. What he did say, however, remains unknown. Lawyers for the siblings refused to comment, as did both the Trump Organization and the New York Attorney General's office. According to CNN, Eric Trump also gave a deposition in 2020 regarding the ongoing investigation into the Trump Organization's financial dealings. At the time, a source stated that the organization was believed to have provided misleading values for assets in financial statements as a means of securing tax breaks and loans. For example, investigators are looking into a $21 million tax deduction on the lost development value of Seven Springs, a Trump estate in Westchester County, New York. Will pleading the Fifth turn out to have been a savvy legal strategy for Trump? Time will tell.